Hello and greetings. Welcome back. I'm back. Uh, didn't really want to come back with a reading, but it has been pushing on me to come back. This is May 23 of 2023, and it's 8:19 p.m. Little horse been yelling and thriving and staying lit as possible as I could. Okay, I do not know when my last reading is, but I'm pretty sure it has to be sometime in March. No, excuse me. Yes, March. It had to be sometime in March, before the spring equinox started in April. Something in April that was supposed to happen, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really for sure. I didn't even go back to look it over. I just said, hey, let me just start recording, right? So before we get started, again, I have changed my YouTube channel name, just added two extra names, and we're gonna get into that in a bit. But I am Ether, and I do have a quick message, but more so like a dream I had during my time away from reading. I just kind of started flipping and playing with my cards without recording, and there have been some very enlightening messages for me on my part of what has been transpiring within the last 2 to 3 months, uh, even 6 months prior. Again, on the channel, you can find folders, playlists of videos that were selected to be posted onto the channel. So I think anywhere starting from November till May, maybe, because we are still in May, and this is Gemini season. So happy birthday, you guys. Anyway, not that that matters. Uh, March 22nd, 2023. If I'm not mistaken, I did take me a little lay down. It's probably like late afternoon. I woke up roughly around 2:15. I mean, excuse me, 2:50, 3 o'clock maybe p.m. In this dream, there was like the location of the street. Anyone that stays in the state of California, precisely the LA County, there is there's a street. There's also a little sector of the SFV, which is San Fernando Valley area, North Hollywood area, whatever they combine with or call themselves, the Van Nuys streets. So if anyone is familiar with how the streets are in the city of Van Nuys, then it might be very accurate. Okay, so I hate name calling, but anyway, before we get to the names, I'm gonna jump down and explain what happened to me in the dream. There were a lot of people in the dream that I noticed, but there were two strangers that I've never seen before in my life. There were two different guys, and there was like a tussle between me and these two guys. Um, I was being bitten on my left side of my body by a black man. And then I got stabbed. Ooh, I wish I would have had brought that charger. Oh, I do have my charger. Okay. If anyone can see this, this is the charger I was stabbed with, but it was maybe a little bit tinier. So it's this size, it was exactly this mod, but it was a little bit skinnier. So those are usually like chargers you use for like maybe little speakers or that you plug into your computer, whatnot, whatever. But it was exactly this charger. So the white guy was being the white guy was being stabbed in my right calf with a small charger. Um, we're fighting, tussling back forth. Um, I don't know what happened, but I tried to do something like to move, and when I tried to get the black guy off, I'm like, "Why are you guys attacking me?" The black man's like, I want you, I need you, but like he's biting on the left side of my body, and the white guy, when I turned to him, he was getting ready to escape. I tried to run after him to get him to like ask him questions like, "Why are you attacking me?" And my brother, my little brother, I don't want to say his name 'cause it's so weird, but my little brother, with my mom and dad, he somehow came out with like a grenade, and he threw it at the guy, and the guy disappeared. So something about magic is kind of weird, and I have been like trying to catch up on like listening to other some of my other favorite readers too, just to see like if anything is connecting or making sense, and small little tidbits are. So it's like it's kind of tugging at me a little bit. But anyway, when my brother threw the grenade at the guy disappeared like he had magic, like he had magic. And there's like a house with his apartment, and when he threw the grenade, it blew up the next apartment on that block's wall. But you can just see like the base, like how they structured and built the apartment complex. It was something about kitchenware. So kitchenware can be something significant. The sink, you can see the sink setting. You can see like pots hanging in the cabinets and stuff like that. So that could be significant as well. Um, the scene switches, and I think we're inside the apartment where the explosion happened on their wall. And we're talking to somebody inside. Well, I was talking to someone inside. I don't know who was standing on the left side of me, but in front of me, what I seen was two celebrities. Um, Vivica Fox and Courtney B. Vance, right? Excuse me. They were sitting on this couch, and there's a little Hispanic old lady, like she was sitting there. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna do," like she was looking like really distressed in a sense. If anyone knows who Courtney B. Vance is, that is Angela Bassett's husband. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't like dropping name dropping. I'm not a cop chaser. That's not me. Okay, but in the dream, he mentioned somebody's name, Clarence, and he was like, Clarence, that must have been the white guy's name. He says, Clarence runs away to hide at the Bermuda Triangle. So whoever the white guy was that was trying to stab me with the little charger cable in my right side of my calf, um, I guess his name was Clarence. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. That could be significant for anyone. But he told that when anything happens, the guy runs away to hide at the Bermuda Triangle. I was looking up like different things that really stuck out to me because I my first time ever hearing someone say something about the Bermuda Triangle. Last thing I remembered, if I can, like so long ago, the Bermuda Triangle has something to do with like shoot, the magical, mystical Greek Atlantis creatures or something like that. And it's like you get lost there if you on a in the ocean and you're sailing and you go there, like you can disappear and never come back. Like people, that's what I can recall. I didn't really look it up too much, but I did want to look up like the spiritual meaning of it and things of that sort. So, if I'm not mistaken, something has something to do. One of the meanings of everything that was happening in the scenario of the scene, I just heard just call out the rest of the people. Okay, so I'm gonna call out the rest of the people. Um, the rest of the people that I seen in this dream, maybe these names can be significant. Was again Vivica Fox, Courtney B. Vance, which is Angela Bassett's husband. I didn't see Angela Bassett was her husband. It was giving me TV show vibes. I don't know, but so if that's significant, I don't know. Um, Another celebrity I seen was actually on the other side of the street. I don't know if they were walking. I can't remember if they were walking or riding a bike, but I know it was like a swift movement. But I know it was that person. It was Chris Brown, and then other people like my mom, my little brother with that she had with my dad, someone named Herbert, and then Clarence. Um, some of the meanings that came to me as I searched, like seeing celebrities, um, and stuff like that. For one, being bitten by a human supposedly is supposed to be a positive omen of good friendship around. So, if anyone has been starting good friendships, or if anyone has been going out lately and meeting people, I guess that was about. Me myself, I'm very anti. So, me even doing this is again stepping out of my comfort zone. Okay, just throwing it back out there. Another thing, spiritual meaning, throwing a grenade means the fear of the unknown, and there's an indecision being made. So, if there is a decision that has to be made, you can be a little weakened or really indecisive of which way you want to go because it's the fear of the unknown, right? So, that was the spiritual meaning of throwing a grenade. Um, there was another spiritual meaning behind some other aspects of this dream about compassion and humility. There's another part, I forgot what that one was about, but the stabbing has something to do with repressed thoughts and feelings, and feeling words that are close to letting out. So if there was something that you've been holding on that has been resting on your heart that you have not been able to say, has been like really thriving on your mind and you have not been able to get out, then that was the spiritual meaning of being stabbed, okay? Um, I think the fight has something to do with compassion and humanity. Again, being bitten by a human is a positive moment of good friendship. Throwing a grenade is the fear of the unknown. Having an indecisive moment. Then we have vacillation. I did not look up the meaning of that. Excuse me, but I might look up the meaning and most likely put it in the comments and or description of this video. So check out for that as well. Um, Gosh. And then the spiritual meaning of seeing celebrities in a dream. So if you have a dream, this is not my first time, nor my second, or my third, having a dream of me seeing celebrities. Most of the time I'm not thinking about them, I'm not looking into them. But I did have to like look, dig a little deeper. So seeing celebrities in your dream is a basically your vision of your golden shadow, whatever that's supposed to be. So your golden shadow could have anything to do with matters of the heart on an ongoing battle of love. So if you haven't checked out that video, I have posted a video regarding that matters of the heart on ongoing battle of love. Um, so I actually want to know like what did this all mean? So it was really like bittersweet. Like it was like I didn't know if it was like it felt like a movie, but it felt like real life, but it felt like a TV show. Like it was weird. So, if you can give yourself away to the love you manifested, wish for, who would you decide to share this with? Okay, so that was like the little message I kind of got after I rewrote this dream down because I wanted to put it all in order. Okay, so how can you complete? How can you complete um, this manifestation or this wish fulfillment within yourself before you're able to go and share it with someone else? I suppose. Um, Yeah, and that's pretty much I have all about that. I don't want to get too much deep in details. Because again, like I said, about cloud chasing. It's not about cloud chasing. It's all about freeing yourself, so what and so forth. So for my first reading, that was just one thing. I do have more messages that I have written out so long ago, but we're not going to get into those right now. I am going to go ahead and follow my heart's desire, my heart's intuition right now. That it's telling me to do. We're going to go ahead and do a elder council reading. We haven't did one in a while, if I'm not mistaken. So I did actually played but I did one the other day because I had a lot to vent about. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. But I had a lot to vent about. There's been a lot of repressed thoughts and feelings that have been going on over the last, as I stated from the beginning of the video, from November up to now. So I had to really clear myself out um, from being silenced, from being stalked, from being watched, from being lied to, from being lied to myself about certain situations. So here we are. Now, it did make me go there. I went there. I was very angry and fatigued because there's a lot of things that I had to hold back from. And I didn't want to really speak on it because it's already been spoken about to different individuals, in my personal circle, as well as, slightly, to therapists and things like that. So all I can say is all is good. It's going to continue to be good. And, to God be the glory. Oh, before we start, speak on it. Religion. Religion factors in words and wordplay. So that has been resting on my heart. I did not want to speak on it right away, but I heard just get it out, just get it out right now. So I'm just go ahead and try to get it out right now. So after after realizing that some things are done in a purposeful way or for purposeful reasons, either it's to provoke a situation, and that's kind of what it was ringing. I was, preparing to put something in the oven for dinner. Things are done on purposeful for purposeful reasons, whether that's to provoke, to torment, or to help you discover a new level or a new ability of yourself. Correct? Correct. Okay. So a lot of times we don't have a lot of people in our corners that can give us that push and pull, like, okay, you're going in the right direction. So majority of the times we turn to tarot, or we go to our local churches, local priests, etc., etc. Um, Even if you know your abilities, your clairvoyant abilities, then yes, you go into those. I myself am really practicing to not lean onto my own understanding, but more so trust in my gut feeling, trust in the intuition that was being said. So, wordplay. When you say certain things or you attach certain things to an item or to a movement or to an energy, it kind of sits, right? So, when you hear someone say it's a setup, you'll automatically get a negative reaction, correct? So, that's one way of wordplay, right? Another thing, if you smoke cigarettes or any form of tobacco, um, and lately I've been hearing if you smoke and do any type of drug at all, you're stressed, right? So that again, negative wordplay. So a lot of times you have to really watch what you speak over yourself as well as what you speak over others. Um, Another thing that has been trickling in the atmosphere is being judgmental over someone or gossiping over someone else. If you cannot look in your own backyard and actually fully confess who you are and what you've done, what your motives are, what you intend to. So, for example, for myself, I was speaking on yesterday with a family member, now, let them know, like, I really don't want to associate with certain individuals or associate myself in certain ways or at certain times. And I have to draw myself back because, for example, another word play, you're reading oracle, you're reading tarot, you're doing witchcraft. Oh, you're reading tarot cards. You were brought up in a Christian household, Christian family, church, whatever, the negativity, the wordplay, the judgment that has been placed on certain things. Hypocrites, what is that associated with? People that go to church, right? People that are believers and Christian. And I'm not just going to name Christians, any community of religion, you're considered a hypocrite. So I'm just saying, watch your wordplay, how you judge others, and as well as how you judge yourself. Um, a lot of people will also bring up your past. That's something else that has been going on. What was the last thing? I forgot the last big thing. That was a big shift. This last shift that we just had as well. This retrograde. Yeah, the retrograde that just passed this month brought a lot of old things up, like old things. As well as this new moon that we just had on the 19th also brought up a lot of old things as well. So again, you have to be able to identify the cues of why this is being brought forth again. And the message that I got from that, or the confirmation that I got from that, was the fact that we're looking for the stories that have changed. Um, we're looking for the energies that have shifted. So if something happened, let's say in 2016, or something has happened in 2007, and it comes back again, here we are in 2023, the I'm not gonna say there's let's put it like this. Let's say there's a machine in the sky, right? A lie detector machine. That's like my favorite thing. There's a lie detector machine in the sky, or a ship with a big lie detector um, radar that's shifting over the city or shifting over all of the states, right? So anything that has happened within the years, and I just heard Homeland Security too, they're looking to see who's been telling the truth this whole time, whose story has changed, whose energy has shifted, who's standing firm in what it is, and who's still trying to hide other things that has progressed after, let's say something that occurred in 2007 or something that's occurred in 2016. Um, so yeah, they're really paying attention to that. They're also paying attention to intentions and motives. You can say one thing out your mouth, but if your actions and your subconscious, because a lot of people don't understand your subconscious, the part of you that is not aware, the part of you that is still sleeping, for those that don't know how to be fully aware at all times, or that is just now coming into this awakening, like, you know, yeah. So that's what's being observed as well. So you have to be able to accept, thank you, you have to be able to accept what it is that you have done, you have said, what your motives are. If you don't remember your motives, thank you, you can't be deemed for that because it was something that you done when you were unaware. Now, if it's something that you can remember and you're like, well, what were you feeling at this time? Were you scared? Were you lonely? Were you confused? Then that would be the initial. So hopefully that makes sense. That would be like the initial standpoint of what occurred and why that occurred. Okay, you were confused, you were scared, you were misunderstood, that person was misunderstood. There's another thing that happened. There is, I think I've mentioned this before in one of my other videos as well. There are two different people. There's one person, for example, let's say the anti people, the people that don't like people. We love them, we enjoy them, we whatever you're doing good, we'll commend you, we'll recognize you. No hate, no sorrow, no nothing. You're doing your thing. Then you have the people um that lie and they stick to their story, right? So those are also the people that know for a fact there's no going back. So it's like once you do something, once you've said something, once something has been set in stone, and you have to continue that lie for the rest of your life. So those are the two vibrations that's like real potent right now. The people that will do anything and everything to stand firm in what they know for a fact, who they are. Then you have the people that also will do the same, but it's not completely honest. So hopefully that makes sense. I just heard give them a scenario. Okay, so give them a scenario. Let's say, for example, you're talking with someone, or you go out with someone and you tell them, I'm only 14 years old, and that person can be 18, and oh, I thought you were older than that. I thought maybe you're like 17, 16, um, years old, 17, it's not that close to 18, right? So, um, okay, okay, okay. You're really smart for your age, something like that. And they do something a little inappropriate to you. But then again, as you know, we have the different spirits, the succubus, the incubus, the jazzbell, all these different spirits and things of that sort. Excuse me, sometimes majority of our young children do hit puberty a little early, so they do get a little hot in the pants at an early age. Then again, that's still giving reasons or examples of the succubus and incubus children. So hopefully I know that sounded like all over the place. That was a lot of stuff, but hopefully it made sense and it resonated and it made sense to somebody. I just heard it again to give them that encouragement to accept who you are, accept your wrongs, accept your faults, accept your jealousy, accept your hatred, and walk firm in it. There's a reason for everything. You have a place for everything. So if you came into this world as a loving, um, spiritual kid, because some kids actually are born with certain abilities at a young age, and not society knocks them down for it. So if I do look funny, I do have a style again, like I did in December. I just didn't feel like doing all the extras. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna use my decks. Hopefully, get the tarot later. But we're just gonna see what elders we have here for us today. So what is present for me at the moment? It fell out. So we have I can't see her name. So we have manifestation. Hopefully, you can see it. The light in here. I was supposed to go be at the table, but I chose not to. Disobedience. Huh? That is a number 9. So number 9 can be very significant for someone. Whoa, whoa. So what exactly manifestation can be present at this moment for you as well for me. Because I always add myself these, like I said, these cards are bought to do for me. Intuition, they're, for my purpose. The biggest obstacles at this time could be brazen. So being bold, moving boldly in situation. Um, being bold in who you are, being bold in what's going on at this time. That can be the obstacle. What must I release? We have celestial alignment, came out in reverse. I'm going to place it back in reverse. So again, as I stated, with the two energies of the people that are actually standing up for themselves and they're standing in their truth and they're being real anti, but they're very loving and cherished cherishable people unto others, they just really stick to themselves. Like me, for example, I had to do a whole energy blockage thing to where no one can tap into my energy. Like, I'm not allowing you to tap into my energy. You cannot tap into my energy. You cannot call my name. You cannot. No, you have to literally, if you want to say something, you have to like call me on my phone, or you have to see me in public in order for us to exchange energy. And majority of the time, even then, we're still not going to exchange energy, because I'm not going to say I'm on a new level, but I am on a new level. So it's like I can't allow the bitterment and the belittlement and the jealousy or the envy or the confusion to try to mix its way with my energy, because I know what's what with me. So I can't allow, and I'm not going to speak anything over no one else's life, and I definitely not gonna allow anyone to speak anything over my life. So, we all have our faults, we all have our ups and downs. That's good and gravy. But if you're not coming from a authentic, genuine, loving place where you care and you want someone to heal and overcome from certain situations, then there's no reason that I would exchange energy. So this right here again is like exchanging energy. So it's like, kind of don't get the wrong idea. Don't judge a book by its cover. You see someone talking to themselves, or you see someone shift out of something that's unnormal to, like, why is she, maybe this is who she was all along within herself. If you really pay attention, have you ever had a conversation with her? Have you ever had a conversation with him? Have you ever really sat down and looked into that person's eyes and seen the hurt and how much they have truly really lost, have you ever came to a sense, like, putting yourself, like, real empaths can feel how someone has lost a lot and still continue to push forward. So with this celestial alignment in reverse, that is something that we do need to release in this time, because um thank you, having a hold, having, trying to take control of the situation, more so taking control of your own life right now, is something that is basically potent, is what I'm getting from that. What support do we need? What support do we need? Like I said, I'm on a new level, leveling up. So that's a 39. For brazen, we have 17, which is an 8. And then we have celestial alignment, which is 41. That's a 5. See, it's Tower moment, and today is another 555 portal. If I'm not mistaken, it's March 23rd, 2023. So 23, 2025, 23, 2025. Okay. Wow. Okay. Hopefully, I'm not talking too fast, and I'm trying to get all this out because I don't want to be too long. We already 27 minutes in the video. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Thank you. And then, what next step should I take? That's my love right there. Fearless love. Okay. So be fearless in your love. That's a 25, which is a 7. And then underneath, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Underneath, we have shame. So as I said about accepting your shame, accepting your faults, calling out your woes, instead of examining the next person and things of that sort. He said, well, go ahead. Okay, we're going to talk about it. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, but the other day I stood and did about 7 readings, right? I did 7 readings. I was up all night. I was trying to lay down and sleep. I couldn't sleep. And at first, usually I try to do stay by the rule of 3, but I did 3, and then I heard do 4 more. So I was like, why? And it was intriguing. Out of one of them readings, I did 2 of those readings were creepy. The first reading has something to do with, I heard my life is a horror film, so I'll probably do a reading on that again. I didn't write any notes because, as I said, I was standing up and I was doing it. I was actually standing up in my bathroom. It's my like second office from my first office. Um, and I heard horror film. It had something to do with Jeffrey Dahmer and the government. I was just like, what the fuck? And the title was My Life is a Horror Film. So hopefully I can get another reading like that again. I don't even know. It was just like free card. I was using my divine energy deck along with my learning tarot card. So it was intriguing. That was one message I got. About him actually being back, his soul being back, and it's weird because he is also a Gemini, so I think his birthday is somewhere between now and the end of May. So it's like, why would you come through? Why are you coming through? And there was another one. Oh, again with the wordplay. Um, for many that do know my face, if anyone that actually does know me or know who I am, know who I am. Um, there was three things that were off limits to say, and I'm gonna say it: the blood of Jesus, Cena, and Satan. I that one of the other reasons I had those words, those three phrases, words, names, letters, whatever is attached to those are off limits to say. So I know I've been in my, my rising, which is Scorpio. So I've been in my whole death, death, murder, murder, self. So, I don't know. So, like I said, whatever is attached to the, blood of Jesus, that's something that um, Christians or religion people or people that pray say to rebuke the devil or to put like a protection over something that's happening that is unnormal, like a demonic possession, or someone says like, "Oh, I'm gonna go rob the bank" or something. They tell their great they're talking around their grandmother and things like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to go kill this nigga. I'm gonna rob a bank." And the grandmother might say like, "The blood of Jesus." Like those that been in church, how you know. If you know, you know. Again, I do go by ether. I would prefer ether, but for those that know my face and know who I am, Cena. I was like, what? Why me? So yeah, so the blood of Jesus, Cena, and Satan are off limits to say. I don't know why. I don't remember why, because again, like I said, I did not take notes. But those are something that is like being, I just heard locked away, like locked away, covered, protected. Glory be to God. Thank you. um, so whatever it is, I don't know. So it's like I'm not trying to be all haughty and cocky about it. Like keep my name out your mouth. Don't speak on me. But real talk, like that. It's something going on with those phrases or anything, phrases, words, or anything that are connected with those three things, names, and I called out the blood of Jesus, which is a phrase. So you have the blood and then Jesus. Not that's a no. Cena, which is also sounds like scener or a scene in a movie. Yeah, it has a lot to tag that sounds like it, but that's a no. And Satan. So, Satan, the devil, Lucifer, whatever the case may be. No. So I'm not copying. Change tracks, change your mindset from whatever it is. I'm going to see the divine energies between um, these elders. I don't want to call their name out because I don't want to say their name wrong. It sound completely like the idiots. Um, but yeah, let's go. I'm going to see what the divine energies behind the elders messages are. So will manifestations say no? So someone can be manifesting something or manifesting you. The the answer might be no, or you might have to say no to something. Like for example, I went out, I manifested to myself like, I'm gonna take off from school for a while so I can get my mind right because there's been a lot going on. And, I was like, I want to go out. Like, I don't want to be in the house, but I want to get me some rest. But I don't want to be here. Like, now I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want to be in my new home. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this apartment. I want to go. Like, I'm ready to move now. Like, it's been too much going on. And I'm to a point where it's like, I don't want to be confused, but I don't want to be disturbed. I don't want to feel like I'm being targeted or tormented for something that is out of my hands, out of my will. That I don't know what's going on, or someone, whatever the case may be. So that opportunity came for me to like step out, and I was like, oh, this is fun. But I'm really not a person that likes to go out amongst people unless it's people that I know we're gonna go and enjoy ourselves, and it's like I said, it's been a lot going on, so I've just been like really secluded and protective of myself and anti. So when I stepped out, I was like, this is kind of cool. I'm just chilling. It's nothing big. We're just sitting here, enjoying the air, enjoying the night, enjoying the company of the other citizens of the city. And yeah, someone came and offering stuff. And I was like, man, as much as I was, I was like, nah. I had to say no. So, that goes for like what that's is saying to me with the manifestation and the say no. I would have, but I had to go with the first thing that popped up to say no. And that card came out the other morning too when I did the 7 readings. And if anyone knows, like 7 is also like number of completion as well. So yeah, I had to say no. I didn't want to, but I had to. But let's see the divine energy between brazen. That was not the card I seen. I'm gonna do it again. So I did have choose friends wisely and have faith. So there we go. It has nothing to do with the person at hand. No, I didn't know the person. I did not know these people. No, I did not. It was just the fact that um I had to be really observant because like I said, there's been a lot going on my end, and I don't want to let that pour over onto anyone else. And again, most of the time you don't know these people. Me, I'm very like, even though it don't seem that way, but I am like, but I will put my pride to the side and enjoy the company of someone else. And like I said, exchange good energy. If you're just here for a good time, want to heal, just trying to heal. Like I said, I've been going through it. So anyway, the biggest obstacle right now is beginning to explore. We have brazen. So yeah, being bold. Like I said, like I said, I did see choose friends wisely and have faith. So the biggest obstacle right now is being bold and just going back out there. So this can definitely be a message for me. Going back out there, dating again, meeting new friends, being sociable because I'm so non-sociable. Like I think I walk like two, maybe five. No, I ain't gonna say two. I think I walk like five, maybe 10 blocks. I'm like, dude, what are we doing? I thought we were going to get a job. Like I was ready to just go get a job done and do what I had to do with this job and get back and find something else to do. So that was me. So that can be someone's obstacle too, as well. Beginning to explore friends, beginning to explore new friends, or being bold to just go out there and meet friends, right? What must you release? Imagining solutions. So with this celestial alignment in reverse, and imagine solutions, hey, like you have to come up with some way to forget about what has been done. I am so guilty of this. If I know you're associated with someone or you remind me of someone that has hurt me in my past or has triggered me in my past, I want nothing to do with you. Like you can't even look like the person. If you even say something like this person, it's like, no, you already getting off on the wrong foot and I can't do it. So it's like that's something. Another thing I just heard, and me running away. Choose friends wisely again is at the bottom of the deck. Me running away. It's not me running away out of fear. It's me running away. So, for example, if someone approaches me, or someone approaches anyone and says, well, me, someone approaches me and says, um, I like you. I want you. And me, I'm like, I'm not ready to date right now. We could be friends. I'm willing to talk to you, but I'm just not. Can we just not be like, sex talking, sexting? Let's have conversations about, real things, the world. What do you do? What are you trying to do? What are your goals? How do you feel about it? How does it make you feel? Like, what about mental health? Things, serious conversations, okay? And this person says, yeah, right? He says, yeah, he agrees or she agrees. And then they come right back with it. I'm gonna imagine a solution to eventually detach myself from you and go away. So that's something maybe I need to stop running from. And there we have it again. Underneath choose friends wisely is have faith. So amazing. That was nice. Okay, what support do we need? The divine energy from the support. Divine energy support. Make a plan. Level up. So with this level up, you're coming out of a place where you can actually be open to love again. I am totally, and that's crazy because we do have fearless love as the next step. I am blocked, like I said in the beginning of this video. I had to collect my energy. I had to close off, bust out of my cocoon. And me coming out of my cocoon is like me coming out of my cocoon. I just bust out the cocoon, just flew up 2 inches and sat right back on the branch. I'm like, no. And butterflies have a short lifespan anyway. So after they come out, I think they live about 12 months, if not 12, it's like 9 or something like that, or 6 months, 3 months. I forgot. But they don't have a long lifespan. So if I'm going to enjoy my life, I'm going to enjoy my wings on my back and the breeze swinging through my wings as I sit on this branch. I don't want to go fly and be flying against the turbulence. And, if the wind do come strong one day and knock me off, then I'll just let the wind flow me where they flow me. And I fly where I fly, So if that makes sense. So hopefully that makes sense to try to explain that the best way I can. Let's see. Again, another thing I just got was with this level up, it's going to take a plan for you to break open your sectors. I just heard seals are being opened. So for those that are like in the religion aspect, certain seals have been opened and there are still more seals being opened. So people are being leveled up in different levels, different dimensions. So let's say for example, if you have became vice president of a company and everything that you have been doing thus far has been like in the right space, in the right mindset, in love and light. There is, I don't want to say the word, but there is a clone, someone that's just like you or copying you or watching you that has also leveled up and they're coming like they want to come for your position or they want to come and overrule or control what you're doing and how you do it. There's a plan that has to be made on your part in order to block that off. Okay. And I just heard execute, to execute you. So I don't know. Nurturing yourself first. Again. So hopefully okay, thank you. Hopefully the testimonials and the short stories that I'm explaining with these cards make sense that you can tie together for those that, and I heard it's only the higher ups only. So for those, whatever higher up means to you, that's what that is, because someone is trying to make a plan against you. If not against you, like they're leveling up as you level up, because they're leveling up on you. And what steps should you take? Fearless love. So be open to have fearless love and go with the flow. As I said, reassess. Okay, so let's get some wisdom cards real fast. Get some. I'm gonna raise it, but we're not gonna raise it because it's too potent already as it is with everything that has been going on. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's going through personal things. So think about what's going on in your own personal life, and what's been going on in your personal life since birth until the age you are now. Whoever is watching, whoever does view, um, there's man. All right, I'm gonna keep that for myself. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, my neck hurt. We're just getting started. I'm just gonna say that we're just getting started. This is not for everybody, so if it does not resonate, please do not make it fit. If you understand what's going on, then you understand what's going on. I just say reevaluate your life, reassess your life, and do what you need to do. What is present for me right now? I love it. I love it. Welcome on board. Welcome to the team. You have sovereign. You are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. Okay, so trying to be in competition, or that's why we got that same no there with that divine energy. Manifesting. Something is being manifested right now. And you might have to say no to something. So whatever you're trying to manifest right now, there could be someone or something or some people saying stuff, doing stuff, and you as the queen or the king of your home, of your life, of your heart, of your mind. Like I said, I pull back my energy. You're gonna have to say no to a lot of different things. I just heard you don't have to always talk, answer, or say anything to someone as well. If you're not happy in the situation, and I just heard that too. If you're not happy in the situation and there's something else that you'd rather do, um, you need to say no at this time. What are the biggest obstacles in this invitation? The words you speak are an invitation to life, a request to bring energy into form. Choose your words carefully. What are the biggest obstacles? Being bold. So it could, like I said, the words we speak, the word play, the word play. So hopefully it's making sense. I'm not going into detail like I should, but that's why I'm using the stories and the examples and certain testimonials of mine to hopefully bring it together. So this is what the council is bringing. Oh, okay. Hold on, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Okay, so brazen. Some people are being bold. They're speaking and inviting certain chaos and commotion. I mean, this has beautiful words on it like fun, hope, joy, adventure, kindness, beauty, calm, love, things of that sort. But again, energies, the two energies, the people that are anti, and you just because you're anti does not mean that you're a negative person. It just means you're very closed off to society. You're closed off to around the world. No one can penetrate your energy. No one can read you um, as you. And those are mostly, as we stated, the higher ups. Higher ups are usually very closed off people. You cannot read a higher up. You cannot read a billionaire other than know that that person could be filthy rich. You don't know what's on the back of their mind. You don't know what's in their heart. Whatever. So there's two different types of people. So the biggest obstacle right now is the boldness of the words that are coming into play and exploring for the truth as well, or just being able to explore with people as well as okay, so I'm gonna keep on going. What must I release? Or release the abundance. Being a thoughtful steward for the money you already have is a secret to creating more abundance. When you trust yourself to handle more, that's when more shows up. So imagine solutions with that celestial alignment and abundance is something that must be released in this time. So I'm not trying to be stingy all the time. I know, I'm very stingy with myself. I'm stingy with my love. But hey, I already been told like if you like again, invitation. I don't need you. I don't want you, and this, that, and the other. And so that's an invitation, right? You open that door for that. But when I feel like if you do go with the flow and you do love wholeheartedly and you're able to really express something with someone, then there should be some type of understanding. Another thing, I think if it's not in this, no, it's not. It's my divine vibration. There's a card that said abundance is a mind state. So if you have an abundant mind state, and that's kind of what I'm getting with that abundance and imagine solutions. If you have an abundant mindset, you will think of a whole bunch of solutions in every avenue of your life. And because celestial alignment is reversed, that lets me know that either one, they're paying attention up above in the universe above where we can't penetrate and understand and or hear. And or this is something that you need to do for yourself. Okay, hopefully that makes sense as well. What wisdom for the support that we need? Decisions. Sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. So make a plan and level up. So if someone is trying to come towards you with, guilt trip, I just heard that guilt trip. Um, I'm also hearing where'd it go? Oh, rivalry, like someone's trying to rival, compete with you. Um, don't make a decision at all. That's the wisdom. That's what the card is saying. That's what the wisdom is on this card. What decision? I remember I did start with the reading from the reading, the meanings of the certain adventures that I see in my dream, and one of them was being fearful of the unknown, the indecision, with that throwing the grenade, right? So, yeah, when you level up, you don't know what's gonna happen. Um, like for example, when I moved into my new place, um, I was sick. I had a real bad cold. Like I couldn't go to work. I had to stay. And then it's like I was sick one week. I thought I was good. I went back to work and then I just started sweating bullets. My eyes got bloodshot red. I was shaking. It was like, yo, you gotta go home. I took a COVID test. I didn't have COVID, but it was just like I don't know. It's just like everything just I just shut down. And I said like 2 weeks later, I got a phone call like your key's ready, your place is ready, it's time for you to move. I was like, what the? And I was like, dude. And by the time I was even thinking like, do I even still have a job? Like the manager's attitude and energy towards me was like, you're fired, but without saying you're fired. She was just like, well, we had to replace you because we needed extra hands. And it was like, well, you could have called, you could have said that instead of me coming up here, like, come pick up your check. So it just felt like a let go. So I was just like, damn. So yeah. So that was like, it was like a downfall moment, but it was also a upbringing because it was like I was leveling up. I was coming out of a very sunken place within myself. And yeah, I wanted my own place. Who doesn't want to live alone, right? So I was happy for that. That was like my level up, and I had to make a plan. Like, okay, what do I do? Do I get better and go back to work? And then no decision at all came when she asked me to come back to work, and it's like I don't even think I'm still feeling better. Like, I kind of told her I'd come back, but I told her in a very like nonchalant way. And again, I put that apology back out there because I don't think I really apologized to her. That was a very big surprise for me. All right, so enough of the storytelling. What next steps should I take? Wisdom for the next steps that should be taken. Move. A long walk is good for the soul. Go outside and allow Mother Nature to lift your spirit. So again, like I said with last night, the whole with the other day, last night, whatever, going out and being amongst other people in the crowd and seeing all the people with the smiling faces and enjoying the music and the rapping and the chilling and the dancing and the smoking and whatever. It was cool. It was cool. I haven't been out there in a while, but like I said, I'm very closed off right now, and just my energy is like I'm really trying to conserve myself. But I went with the flow. I said I had to say no to a couple of things. Now it's not like I didn't want to, but I said no with love. I had my reasons. But yeah, I had to go with the flow. That was love. It brought me to a place where I remember I was when I was in elementary and in middle school, and it was like, damn, like this is what we used to do. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have ease. Today, I allow life to be easy. So whenever you see that, for overall energy, allow life to be easy. Okay, so that was the Elder Council spread. That was intriguing. Their divine energies and their wisdoms. Hopefully, it did make sense. I am going to pull some tarot to see what other messages we get out of that. Okay, just seeing the Five of Pentacles fall out, so make sure everything's upright. Okay, so temporary loss, as I stated, being held, feeling left out in the cold. Recession, it is a universal recession right now. Adversary, feel like the world is against you as well. That's kind of why I've been kind of closed off. I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. I've always been the type to like really be to myself anyway. So now it's just like, why even try? Why even, But I even told myself, like, I don't even think I'm gonna tell no more because they have to look at your face, hear your voice, and you never know. You just never know. There's a lot of weird things that go on. People have a lot of real weird minds, and I'm not judge. That's not me making the judgment, but in a way it is. But not really trying to make judgment. But you never know how someone could actually think at times or feel. So hey, it is what it is. Change your mind frame as well for whoever that's for. I know I do. So let's see. Any more messages that our elders want to let us know? 911, 912. Oh, we're gonna turn it upside down. I think it fell up. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So there could be some fear, someone who is lazy, maybe of commitment or of a partnership, or you're lacking motivation. Oh, this is so telling on me right now. Is it not? Okay, fears, insecure, and neglect her responsibilities. So, ooh, I heard preach. Okay, so I am studying to like become like a sort of counselor in a way. My degree can take me far and long, depending on whatever career or occupation I choose, if I do choose. But I know that the degree I am studying has something to do with working with people. Within the last I'll say 2 years, 2 to 3 years, I have been dealing with people, but it's only always a selective few. A lot of individuals have came up to me and told me like, you seem very mean, you don't seem like a happy person. You don't seem like someone who is approachable, right? So that's kind of hard for someone who wants to be a counselor, who has to work with people, right? But then again, I would say you really couldn't say that because if you really check my credentials, when I worked in the office, in the medical office, and patients have known me or have seen me or have worked with me or I've worked with them, they will say like, "You were such a sweetheart," like and I'm really like, and I'm not too fond of compliments, but like I said, I love what I do. So if I'm a medical assistant, I'm tending to my patient and I'm taking care of you and I'm listening to your attentive needs, what you need, what you want, what you don't want, what's working, what's not working, your pains, and I'm empathizing with you. That's like I said, I love what I do. Period. I did COVID swabbing for a while, so I had to deal with children, autistic children, children that's like don't like loud noises, don't like funny things. Like you ain't that. I know child didn't want me put none in his nose, but I had to work with that, and he had to get the test done, so I did it. He was like, the TA was like, "You are amazing." I was like, "Hey," I to myself, like in my heart, this God be glory. I just took my time. I just did. Like I said, I love what I do. So either way I go, that it could be a fear with again with this partnership or being in love or being in a relationship at this time. It doesn't just have to be a relationship. It could just be a partnership as well. Like I said, like I was explaining with my occupations that I worked in for those couple of years. Um, I'm not gonna say I was lazy, but there has come a lack of motivation as well, is what I heard. That's just me telling my story about what I think there's a lack of motivation. But for someone, there could be someone who is lazy to actually try to work towards a partnership or try to be harmonious towards something. And this could be leaving somebody fearful or feeling trapped into a corner, powerless with the Eight of Swords. Yikes. But there, who is this? But there is someone that is coming, like they still see this as a victory because I just heard I know who you, I'm not going to say that. That's so ignorant. I just heard I know who you is. Whoever this person is, they are ignorant as hell for that. So excuse me, I don't want to make no judgment. I don't make no judgment. He's like, I know who you is. Like what? And when I cut the deck, we have the Six of Wands and the Three of Swords. So this could be someone that knows that you're successful, but you've probably been let down so many times. You have your guard up. And why do you say that? Why did you say that? Because it's simple fact we do have the Eight of Swords. So it's like, you know what? I'm not like I just heard I'm not doing it. I know I'm not doing it. Signs that can be significant, we have so far Virgo, Gemini, and Libra. Wow. So I just heard like someone's still ambitious and still wants to come and take control. They could be returning from travel, or they can also be restricted at this time, or you could just, be restricting yourself from this person. Oh, wow. Hold on. Give me a moment. Okay, so there's another storyline. You neglected a lover or you neglected a love. And because you neglected a love, either you feel trapped or this person feels trapped, or there's some type of dilemma here where it was like maybe it was supposed to be done um, to overcome some type of obstacle and make some type of choice. Whatever this choice was, it could be losing momentum or someone could be, again, restricted. There could be some type of judgment or reconciliation about it. Someone's trying to take a portion of their blame for this. It did cause a tower moment, however. There's a lot of cards coming out. Oh, it's two. That's it. That's the end of the spread. It did cause a tower moment towards an empress and or a Taurus, and there is some regret here. Regret, opportunities, negative self-admission, depression. There could be depression here as well. So if there was someone here that walked away or decided not to work with a partnership, a love, or with their soulmates, there could be some type of victim mentality coming, but someone is going to overcome and make some type of choice to return, most likely. If not return, they're just gonna lose momentum and most likely give up. Um, we yeah, they're gonna most likely go a different direction, go with someone else. It's not what they want, but they see that they might have to. That's another thing here as well. So, well, that's kind of all the messages I have with that. And I don't want to go burn my food, so I will have to go and I will be back for another one. This has been an hour long reading. Later.